Ludo and Raiyihn going to be in this losers semifinals. I wonder if Ludo's going to go for the Falco here. Very curious to see what he does. I definitely think Falco is a little annoying for Snake. Yep, sure enough, goes for the Falco. Having that reflector, having those combo options, that ability to go off and exert so much pressure is a frustration for Snake. Let's see what Ludo can do with it, though. Interesting down tilt into Nair from Ludo. Usually you see down tilt into fair in those situations. Maybe trying to set up for Nair into fair. Either way, not going to work out. Only gets 15% off that neutral opening. Now, one thing you have to be very careful of in this matchup as Ludo is that grenade. A lot of your moves are these multi-hits that linger for a long time and are used as combo tools. So the last thing you want is to be holding a grenade right as you get that up tilt, as you get that grab. It's so frustrating, and I'm sure we'll see Raiyihn trying to utilize that. If he can drop those frame one grenades, make Ludo accidentally catch it, he can cut those combo trees just a little bit short, and that starts to rack up. Here we see going off, trying to break that Cypher, but you gotta be careful. Down tilt from Raiyihn, he knows that timing. What's the get up option? Oh, drops from ledge. Might have been going for a fair, but unfortunately for him, Raiyihn does find his mark. And now you're in the Snake zone. Y'all have heard of the French dimension. Have you heard of the Snake side quest? Can you get past this without taking 200? It looks like you can, only taking 19 on that. And as I'm talking,
200 to 19. That's the difference in quest completion and quest failure.
How you doing, Goose?
Doing fantastic.
Always good to see my man on the mic.
Excited to see matchup between two characters that, you know, they both like to press the B button.
Yes,
different
they
ways.
do. In Ludo's case, B is for baby girl. He liked it so much he wrote it twice. Bubba girl.
Favorite, like a mid-90s R&B track.
It's Bubba.
Oh my goodness. I thought he was just dead there, but no.
Also, shout out to Unrivaled Tournaments for the raid with a party of 34.
34. That's our Chicago brethren just coming in here. Love to see it.
How's it going, everybody?
Yeah, thank you so much for stopping by. You're looking at Raiyihn and Ludo, two players, one newly minted on our PR. Ludo, a mainstay. Probably used to seeing him on the Mario, but has been really taking W's and going back and forth between the Falco and the Mario at this point.
Yeah, I've been loving this Ludo Falco arc. As a Falco enjoyer myself, I've got to rep the brand. The Falco agenda is real, and the tech chase down smash doesn't go for the quirky reverse hit, but does get that beautiful knockback angle. But with a character like Snake, you're always coming back.
How often do you see Falco F-tilt into down smash on the mistech? That's like... I don't think I've ever seen it. It's just like a random little interaction that your brain goes, I don't know if I've ever seen that exact setup before.
It is certainly underutilized. That down smash doesn't have the craziest knockback, but it has a really good knockback angle.
Right.
So in certain situations, people often aren't ready to tech that F-tilt, so you can just throw them off guard in the corner. That's like your game 5 option, F-tilt to run up down smash, catch them off guard, and send them into the blast zone when they're not ready for it. But either way, Raiyihn still holding that fragile lead.
Yeah, and at this percent, not quite in the range of some of the silly Snake shenanigans for getting just instant death, but obviously a sticky would be pretty catastrophic. Down throw is still going to be really, really scary just for the setup scenario, especially if it's close to the ledge.
Okay, Ludo. My man, fiending a little bit there. 146. Yeah, this is...
Now we're getting closer and closer to Raiyihn just being like, well, I can just wait to that percentage where I can just get a guaranteed down throw kill. That critical game 1, too, you know, in these kind of top 8 scenarios where it's a marathon, not a sprint, taking that game 1 for your mental, obviously for the bans and everything as well, but really going to set him up in a good position. And as far as Snake goes, like some characters we talk about not being super stage dependent, Snake is not one of them. Snake absolutely is one of those counter pickers.
It's so frustrating trying to stage strike against Snake because, like you said, every stage he's got some sort of shenanigans.
And also, both these players, you know, we've got, I don't think they're going to swap, but there is the back. There's the hero on Raiyhn's side, which is a weird combo. I've never heard of a hero Snake main. And then you've got, obviously, the Mario on Ludo's side. I don't think either of them are going to come out.
Yeah, I don't see a good reason for either of them to come out. And honestly, I've seen Ludo in these situations where he'll even go down 0-2 in a set and then bring it back. And I talked to him in, like, the winner's interview, and he'll be like, there was never a doubt. He's just so confident in himself. Like, nah, I dropped 2 games, but I know what to do now, so it's fine.
Yeah, and it's definitely, I remember just talking, I think it was the last Smash to Pieces, just talking to Jonas about specifically like that mentality and how you really just take every game, it's just every game one at a time. You just play in every game, and you don't overthink like, oh my gosh, I've gone down 2 games. You're like, well, have I figured out what I need to do? And if I have, then I'm going to stick with my character. And you really only see those counter picks where if they're confident that they're unconfident.
Ooh. Speaking of confidence, we love a double jump down air from Falco. We've seen multiple times now, great angle by the way, that down tilt into back air from Ludo. That is not something you see a lot of Falcos do. It's relatively hard to do, but it's so good at corner carry.
Yeah, I feel like that's got to be a fairly frame type thing just to be able to actually get that before Snake can throw out an option or an air dodge.
Yeah, the timing is tight, but if you're really... wait, I think he might have saved him.
He definitely saved him. Falco was not making it back from that, and Raiyhn has got to be kicking himself because, that's guaranteed. Yeah.
All right, it worked out for him. But yeah, Ludo was facing the wrong way with that up B, so not even Magnet Hands could have saved him in there. It was just curtains. Okay, up tilt in the corner. That's so scary. Also, Snake, a tall enough character that Ludo can use those nairs out of shield.
Yeah, that's true. The fact that you have that extra hitbox area to try and sweep across with nair.
Oh, he went for the footstool Firebird. He wanted his 37.
And you saw how much damage, shield damage, that was doing while charging up the Firebird. I was really curious how he was going to release that because Raiyhn seemed a little unsure of like, when do I drop shield? Because my shield is quickly disappearing.
Yeah, you have to be so careful. Get that up-angled shield. However...
I don't know what that was, so I'm going to be real.
I saw Raiyhn try that earlier, and it also didn't work.
I feel like Snake F Smash, I don't know. It's a move, I guess.
Yeah, it is certainly a hard read option. Because, like, when it hits, it hits.
Oh, for sure. But just, like, on the platform, I don't know if there was some weird shenanigans he was thinking about, like he's going to go for, but doesn't matter. Cleaning up that stock, bringing it pretty much back to even, getting his grenades set up. But I got to say, to your point earlier about the nairs, really just being able to pressure him and keep him in the corner. It just feels like Raiyhn struggles to get back to the center stage, and it's kind of just been these grenade scrambles where it's like both of them are taking some grenade hits, but at the end of the day, it just kind of looks like Ludo is a little bit more in the driver's seat.
Yeah, I was talking, or I should say listening to Raiyhn talk about grenade. Oh, great call out with that anti-air up smash. His legs are invincible during that move. You kind of just have to avoid it. But Raiyhn was talking about grenades and Snake's projectiles in general earlier to another player and explaining how, yes, he's got the advantage with them. He's the one who starts out holding it. But the thing is, it's a projectile that can hit both players.
Yeah.
So if Ludo can just sit there with the nair and blow them both up, it's an equal exchange.
And like on the one hand, you have to think about the weight. There's a pretty massive weight difference here. From a war of attrition, like absolutely, if grenades are blowing up both players, Snake's for sure favored there. But it's not great if you're constantly a Snake just kind of being pressured in the corner.
Ooh. That could have been a scary 0 to death, but it is after all.
I don't know what you do there. I don't know if anyone in chat who plays Snake knows if there was a potential kind of blow yourself up, tech off the stage, reset situation with up B, but I don't know. I've never actually seen Snake get that far under Hollow Bastion before in my life, so I'm just not sure.
Side note, I love what Raiyhn just did there with that sticky, allowing himself to basically recover high for free because Ludo knew he couldn't go up there, and technically not a 0 to death, but man, has Raiyhn turned this around.
Yeah. The Nikita just cleaning up that stock. Ludo getting caught a little out of pocket there, trying to charge up the Firebird.
Man, Ludo's pivots are insane. He's got them on the down tilts, the up tilts, the up throws. All of those are different timings too, so he's really on point. This time going for the down air reset. Oh, Raiyhn holding out.
Yeah, I've wondered how, like, maybe his Mario play, which, not that Mario has all the same kind of pivot confirms and just general needs, but it probably translates pretty well to Falco. And yeah, what a down smash there, just to cover, and I'm made to eat my words there, actually. What a great read, and just, or I shouldn't say read, great timing there, just.
Yeah, perfect option selection from both players. Both of those moves, not the most common in their arsenals, but both of them so effective in their respective scenarios. Side note, we just saw Raiyhn figuring out that he can DI out and avoid that nair to fair drag down in that situation. Good stuff to him. And now Ludo slightly ahead, but like you were saying with percent or damage with the weights, might as well be even.
A little bit of boxing spaghetti here, that F-tilt coming out.
Raiyhn's so scared. He is moving out of his mind, just trying to get back to stage, and that's why. You have to be so careful.
Yeah, that's the one thing about Snake is that if you're confident going after Snake off stage, you know, like obviously you have to have a strong enough move to get him out of his up B. But it's one of the weaknesses of Snake in terms of, like, he is kind of this big floating target and forcing him into that tech situation. But then Ludo just miscalculating a little bit with the side B and dying fairly, I don't know if that was survivable. Snake up tilt is basically a smash attack, and he was at like 110 or so.
It's a game and
Falco's
watch
pretty late.
Attack.
I mean, Falco's pretty light, so I don't know. Hard to say.
Yeah, that move is atrocious.
Yeah, I mean, Snake's not an honest character, certainly. He's got moves like that. It's like one of those weird characters. He's got some really glaring flaws that are openly exploitable for a large percentage of the cast, frankly.
Yep.
But you just got to contend with the fact that he's got Nikita, he's got up tilt, he's got the down throw up tilt at, what is it, like 162 or something, that you quickly approach after getting peppered with grenades.
Oh!
Here we go.
Okay. Interesting.
Here's the thing, though. I don't know if I like the recovery for Mario. I don't know. That's the one thing here, is that I feel like, I actually think Falco and Mario, it's a little rough to recover against Snake, but I feel like Mario's even worse.
Oh, it's interesting because one aspect of it is Falco's recovery it's just one timing once you commit to either the side B or the up B. So if Raiyhn is on point, which he has been, it can be very difficult to get back. So I can understand Ludo trying to figure out a way to make those corners a little bit more favorable for himself.
And there is the mix-up in terms of cape timings. Oh, wow. Almost. Yeah, I was about to say that would be amazing if that killed. But there's like the cape mix-up timings and stuff. It just feels like Mario. I don't know. We'll have to see. I'll leave it up to the game to see where the situations happen. If Nikita is as much of an issue as it was for the Falco.
There's also something to be said here of Ludo's Mario's main. Wow,
true.
I said that backwards, but you get what I mean. Mario is Ludo's main, and sometimes it's not about matchups, it's just the character you're more comfortable. And I can guarantee you, Ludo is comfortable with that up smash.
Yeah, and keeping it sub 100% on the first stock. Definitely got a little bit of work for Raiyhn to take this first stock here, and obviously similar to Falco in a different way, but Mario does have the ability at this kind of low percent to just immediately tack on. Oh, but he's going to be alive, but this is a scary situation.
Oh,
that was kind of just on Ludo to try and capitalize there, and like didn't lose anything for it, but it's unfortunate he wasn't able to get more.
Yeah, it was a weird scenario where there was not an obvious path to a kill. I respect Ludo for trying, but that was just awkward.
Yeah, although after re-saying that, as far as this situation has gone, just has kept him in disadvantage and is lapping him in percent.
Oh.
Gets the bomb dropped on him. Another little bit of a sticky situation here.
Good recovery from Ludo,
Yeah.
but he is playing with fire at 0%.
Like a little rotation thing in the air. He was like being held up there by the water.
Oh, good parry, but doesn't get a punish. And finally the back air. Those side blast zones helping him out, which is great for him because the high blast zones did not work too well with the up smash earlier. Now this is not. Oh!
Yeah, that's some trickiness. The cape really coming in play. That was the game of the cape. There was a lot of cape action there. Both hydro and cape action just to take advantage of that big, slow-moving recovery. And Raiyhn kind of just honestly putting himself in some awkward situations under the stage and basically giving Ludo an opportunity to just like, all right, this is a fairly easy setup for you. Are you going to be able to capitalize on it?
Yeah, really good stuff to Ludo. He certainly would not survive very long in the Incredibles. Their no-cape policy may be a problem. But either way, we're in Smash Bros. Right now, and this Mario is kind of cooking.
Definitely. And let's see where the stage pick, the counter pick goes to. Because, again, now once you swap with the characters, got to be cognizant. Typically, you don't want to go to triplats.
Yeah, this is what we were talking about with those counter picks. Like, what does Ludo even ban? Ending up on Smashville, which is a good Snake stage, like, honestly, most of them. Because he can just put that C4 on the center platform and it's like, well, can't go there for the whole game.
Yeah, just kind of controls that whole space.
And
definitely with this platform, there's a lot of opportunities for Mario, like we're seeing here, just to get those shenanigans. Not going to quite kill yet, but really tacking on a lot of percent.
Yeah, already distilling the fear into Raiyhn. Nice back air there. I don't know if Raiyhn was expecting the forward air, but either way, the DI a little bit not so great. Good parry.
Ooh, nice confirm off the grenade.
This is so scary. The C4 has not been dropped by Raiyhn, which is interesting. I expected to see more control from him on the stage. Instead, he's putting it on the corners a little bit more, which is kind of a different paradigm of Snake C4 play. I feel like some of them really like the corners, some of them really like the centers. Of course, I think of Arpeggio as like a center C4 kind of player.
Sure.
He'll just stack it there and leave it for the whole game just to close out that option.
Raiyhn's just been really good so far.
Not again.
Another one. Going to make it back. Still had that up B resource.
Solid down air as well to get himself back into that. He knew Ludo was looking for something scandalous.
Nice grenade pickup. I've just noticed Raiyhn being able to secure a lot of stocks with just a kind of, did he just run up and up tilt him kind of attitude? Just runs up and up tilts in neutral.
There was something in the JoJo set earlier where literally they just sprinted towards each other and Raiyhn threw out an up tilt right as they got to each other and killed him.
Yeah, it's interesting that it's just been able to catch him with those super raw secure stocks, not waiting for any of the kind of throw confirms or when you're in the corner, have to do a roll in, roll out kind of scenario.
Oh, Raiyhn holding in for dear life. DI check. I don't think that could have killed either way. But Ludo, just like that, look how he brought himself back into this game.
Yeah, pretty much just tied up here. And on this stage, certainly either of these characters' horizontal kill options are going to do the trick now at this point. Back throw is going to get him into position.
What's the option here? Pushes him to the other side of the stage. Okay. And the up air.
Wow.
Ooh, I feel like Raiyhn might have been holding in there.
I was about to say, because there's no way that even like on this stage with those upper blast zones, Mario up air is not that strong.
Oh, come on.
Another one. Like,
he really did just hit him with another one.
oh, I thought it was going to be a lot more damage. Oh, got
there's the
stuck
sticky.
on him.
We saw Ludo go for the spot dodge, but he didn't have the timing. Raiyhn is so good at finding those. Okay, coverage with the option select there, and the DI mix-up going to whiff.
Wow, and even on the parry, still not able to get the F tilt, and
wow,
the Mario's able to close it out.
That was just kind of out of nowhere.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. It's always on Smashville in town. I'm never sure what's going to kill off the top. For all the years of this game, I just never know. You know it's going to die off the side pretty consistently.
And that Falco early in the set, I almost forgot that he used it. Honestly, looked really close, really solid against Raiyhn, but Raiyhn was consistently able to just barely out-shenanigan him with things like that C4. However, he did take a game here, going 1-1, Raiyhn bringing it back in the next one, making him work for it, and made him work for it with the Mario too, honestly. He started to figure it out.
Yeah, and I think that that's also just a testament to what has become of like high-level ultimate meta, in that not everyone obviously has their counter picks and multiple characters, but there's a lot more players, certainly at the top high level, regional level, maybe not at like super mages or something, where you see the counter picks come out and you see people who have their 2 characters for kind of how they're feeling, and then also just depending on what kind of set they're playing, like switching back and forth. I think we've seen that more and more as the game's developed. There's fewer and fewer solo mains.
Yeah.
It's obviously still a lot of